Good afternoon and welcome to LUTV's coverage of this Leeds United Women's clash against Durham Cestria at Tadcaster's Sotrac Stadium. Two sides just going through their familiarities and formalities with the pre-match photographs. And we can go through the two teams as Leeds go with Simpson, Hindle, Hallen. And it's Hamill, Smart, Witham, Danby, Smith, Ellis, Woodruff and Brown. As for the bench is Handy, Robson, Price, Underdown and Martins. As for today's visitors, it's Borthwick, Knowles, Wilson, Elliott, Nicholson, Atkinson, Giles, Pritchard, Mackey, Winter and Byrne. It's then Richardson, Turnbull, Dale and Foster and then Bell on the bench. And the two teams nearly ready for action. Myself, Tom Hill and Jodie Hunter will bring you all the action this afternoon. And we have a team on the back of a couple of wins in the Cup in Leeds, Jodie. A 3-1 success last time out against Solihull a week today. But this should be the best test of the season for a while. Durham are in third. Durham Cestria, they're 2 points behind Leeds, so a win would take them top if Newcastle don't succeed as well themselves, who are also playing today away at York. And a team that are right up there amongst these top of the table. So we should have a real cracking game today.
Yeah, every time we face Durham, they're always a brilliant test. It's a good challenge for us to see consistency in the team, playing different teams. Obviously, coming away from the win last weekend, it's a good way to go into this game. So it'll be really good and entertaining today for us.
It's crossed as we get the last instructions from Bradley Hannon, the captain. She will now go and speak to today's officials ahead of kick-off. So Leeds, like I say, last time out, scored some good goals in that 3-1 success against Solihull. Abby Brown took her tally to 5 for the season during that game. Conditions were changing ever so slightly. We had rain, we had the sunny weather as well. It was a day of all elements. Today's a bit more settled, and I think that will help Leeds as well. Of course, we've got used to the bogginess of the pitch. They're well aware of it, but from that summer conditions, Jodie, to the winter, today's a lot more settled.
Yeah, I think the pitch will obviously still slow the ball down a little bit with obviously the weather we've had, how this pitch is. So hopefully we can adjust to it and obviously play the way we play, keep the ball on the ground and be defensive and cover those gaps.
It was a solid performance last time out, and Leeds good form. Interested to see how they line up today. Should be a midfield of Witham, Danby and Smith, and then potentially Ellis, Woodruff and Brown in the final third. So that can switch as well due to the flexibility of this team. It's Leeds the back foot to start with. Durham Cestria kicked the game off, so it's vital that Leeds just settle down and get into a rhythm. Don't allow today's visitors, Durham Cestria, to get into any foothold in the contest, but easier said than done as Leeds go long down over the top and try and get on the attack with Brown straight away. The free kick and a nasty head clash. Referee is immediately going to get attention for both players, and we hope that both are okay, because that was a sore one. And inside the first minute we have a situation where both players really desperate to try and get advantage, get a good strong challenge in, and that's a bit of a sore one, and one of those where the players are certainly very alarmed by the situation, desperate for both players to be okay, and our thoughts with the pair of them.
Yeah, obviously both players going straight for the ball, both looking at it. It's just obviously quite a hard clash of this thing.
Witham was involved for Leeds. Number 16, Grace Mackey for Durham Cestria. So the referee should let the game get back underway as soon as possible. So good to see they're both back on the feet relatively quickly. The checks are over. Game now back underway. Trying to come forward. Durham Cestria go over the top, and it's into the path of Simpson. Wasn't in the 11 last week. Just a couple of changes. ball looking for Brown. Cestria trying to play the ball out the back. Hindle was really good last week, and she gets in with an early challenge to try and help Leeds' cause. Out wide to Ellis, who try and find a way through, but Durham Cestria stand Leeds up and come away with it, and now have the power and strength to try and get past Catherine Smith, who lands awkwardly, but she's straight back up, and now Leeds on the attack again with Danby. Smith trying to chase down that ball, unable to get under control and attack, so have to recycle and go again, and it is with Hannon, who is able to keep possession, and Durham Cestria comes straight through the middle. The pace is pretty quick inside the first few minutes, but that's two powerful overhits, and Olivia Smart can get hold of the ball and try and regroup. And I do wonder if both teams are going to bring the best out of each other today, because of the fact that any mistakes will likely be punished. Jodie Smart's just made a mistake there at full-back, and we've got that feeling today that mistakes will be punished by a team sitting in third. They've only lost once all season. They've beaten Newcastle, who have invested heavily in their women's team to try and get up from this division and continue progression. So I'm hoping it brings the best out of Leeds as well.
Yeah, I hope so too. Durham's very clinical. Score a lot of goals from different players. Got obviously a couple to watch. Pritchard being one of them, so hopefully we can deny her today. Rachel Hindle putting a really good tackle there, just to let Durham know obviously we're not taking anything lightly. Get a score sheet.
Down the left hand side, it'll go out for a throw.
Stay in front, Woody! Coming in now, stay in front! Stay in front!
Durham down the left, down the right, Leeds is left, and they come away with it, and prodded only as far as Sarah Danby. Very tight in there, and a lot of room to manoeuvre, but Woodruff uses that to her advantage, gets away, powers through as Danby dummies the pass, gives it away, and she's frustrated with herself there. Now Smart gets a slight head to it, and enough of a touch to clear the ball away. Short, down the line it goes, now into Smart. She's been outnumbered, needed a bit more help there. That touch had to be inch perfect. Smith though comes across, and first few minutes, Jodie, it's been quite rampant as a defender. The pressurising from both is very intense.
Yeah, I think we just need to get a foothold like we're doing now, just play the ball around, get a few passes in, obviously build that confidence, get used to the pitch as early as possible. We've got down the left wing.
Yeah, Smart had to be brave, went in early towards Brown, didn't get a required connection, but she manages to win Leeds a corner. That shot is blocked at the near post, and Durham Cestria try and stay firm at the back here. Leeds, of course, will try and get the likes of Hannon and Hamill into some attacking areas and get into attacking positions. Olivia Smart with the set piece to come to the near post, and Durham Cestria clear with ease. Didn't get the required connection there, did Smart. Needed more power. Fortunately not to be for Leeds on that occasion, as Durham Cestria putting the pressure on. There's Atkinson, flicked down the line by Sarah Byrne, and on the left hand side now is Pritchard, who's driving forward. Smith's got to be careful here, across the face, and Hannon gets a vital touch. It's ricocheted straight back into the area. Durham Cestria going for goal. That's a really smart save from Carrie Simpson. Had to watch it all the way, and it was real lack of control on the edge of the box. So Durham Cestria picking the ball, picking their passes carefully. Nobody for Leeds could get a foothold and get clear, but just what Leeds needed was a good strong finish to the attack, and that's a good save, Jodie.
Yeah, I think we obviously had quite a few players behind the ball, but it's almost like we were just watching a little bit there, caught off guard with that deflection. So it's good to see that it's gone for a corner. A great save from Carrie Simpson.
Taken short, and back out it goes. That's a high hanging cross, hopefully too high, and it is, and Leeds survive that first real bit of pressure on their goal. Carrie Simpson gets a plus point for her performance as well, with a good strong save. So, as I say with all goalkeepers, nice early touch on the ball, which is just what she needed. Short goal kick on offer here for Allen to her left. Passes over hit towards Smart. It'll go out of play for a throw. Olivia Smart protesting. I thought that had gone out. Did you?
Yeah, I think it might have just gone out. Unlucky there. I don't know if Bridie had too many options.
Danby gets it clear and not too far away from the original throw, which will be taken a few metres further up. Taking it will be Grace Mackey. It's quick here to get to it, Woodruff. Now with them as well. Woodruff will go early with the pass towards Brown, and it's a foot race between Brown and Elliott. Elliott goes for the no-nonsense approach and clears the danger. Ball at the Sotrack Stadium, perhaps put the spectator on hand to help out, and now Olivia Smart has Woodruff. Brown in front. Inside will be Daniel with them. Smart down the line. Brown tries to flick it in behind and does so. Now Smart looks for the cross. Options are plenty at the far post. Ellis jumps up. It might fall to Brown. And I think it was a nudge from Ellis, whether it was offside flag as well, but certainly a push in the back. So Leeds have to stop and start again. But I wouldn't say, Jodie, we're fighting fire with fire. It's not that an attacking game, but Leeds are certainly try to get the ball down and play the same as Durham Cestria, and it's quite an even start.
Yeah, I would like to say so as well. I think both teams have got some threats. Just need to minimise the slight mistakes that we've made so far. Try and exploit the wide areas that we get so much joy from.
Simpson. He pass out from the back towards Ellis, who has to be quick and alert, and she flicks it to Catherine Smith, who goes early with the pass to Woodruff, who tries to control it. She's a little bit unlucky with the second touch. First was strong contact, and just I thought she'd just done enough to get away. That would be a free kick, and it's a fair call from the official. It's doing quite well, and that's what Woodruff does provide. She can hold up the ball quite well. She can bring other players into the game, and I thought once she chested it down, it was going to be a simple flick, but good work from Durham as well. And individual battles all over the pitch, and seems to be taking it in turns who's winning them.
Yeah, Amy Woodruff is great to do that hold-up play, target player for us up top. She can also obviously run the line as well, which she's doing here. She likes to come in early.
She does have to try and get inside and help out. She's done so, and she's strong here to get to the ball. It'll just trickle wide, and well, surely I thought it was the last touch on the corner. Unless Woodruff has touched it, referee got a closer from a different angle, but certainly looked to be a potential call for Leeds. Durham player diving in very early, committing herself, so nervous moment for a potential penalty shout as well, Jodie.
Yeah, obviously the referee can see a different angle from what we can, but we thought it was a show corner there.
Trying to play Smart in over the top, couldn't do so. Pass intercepted. It's clear by Elliott again. Elliott and Brown have had a couple of those tussles already now. To with them, that's a good first touch to give herself room to pass. That'll bobble into the area, and Leeds will clear once more. And it isn't pretty in terms of free-flowing football that Leeds produced against Solihull last week with that fine team goal for Abby Brown, but it's effective so far.
It's good to see, obviously, players alert, switched on, looking for that first, second ball.
Olivia Smart taking plenty of metres out of where the throw-in could have been taken, but she plays it forward to Witham anyway. Goes on a run down the left. Will get the rebound regardless, and now she will make her way down the line. She was stopped in her tracks, and that's allowed Cestria to go early with the pass, too early in fact. It's given away to the hands of Carrie Simpson. Has had plenty of touches inside the first few minutes.
Let's build it.
It's down the line, and Leeds will get the throw. at right back once again where she played last week, and we're impressed by her performance, weren't we, Jodie, about how she handled the attack of Solihull on the left. She got forward well, but defensively so solid, and she'll have her work cut out today. The number 15 in front of her, Poppy Pritchard, is from Sunderland Regional Talent Centre, which is well known in women's football. Helped develop Steph Houghton and Jill Scott, who of course are well known for England duties. That is Durham Cestria's, I say best player, because overall they've got a good squad, but it is the biggest name from England schoolgirl, has 7 in 10. So Rachel Hindle will have to come through a tough test, but nothing to say that she can't do so.
Yeah, I think obviously her first tackle was a good strong one to get herself confident in this game, and hopefully we can keep that up and obviously deny access down that left wing.
Hopefully to try and cut off the flow of passes. Witham has tripped over there as they do go over the top towards Pritchard, who has got pace, and this is the danger for Leeds to worry about. Hindle, Pritchard turns inside, goes for goal, Simpson denies her, and Danby comes across and just hooks it clear. It's a case of just finding touch for Sarah Danby. There is the danger player, Poppy Pritchard, on the attack, and it's a good ball over the top. Of course the surface is relatively boggy, so the ball is standing up, and maybe Pritchard could have cut it back for Atkinson, but shooting space, and thankfully for Leeds, Simpson was there, and Hamill is the exact same sort of role, last line of defence to get to it, and Brown knocks it back, and here is Hindle. So there is our warning sign. We hope we don't get another.
Yeah, you can obviously see she's got a lot of pace, she's confident on the ball, obviously got a good few goals under her belt so far. It's good to see obviously the team helping behind if there's a slight mistake, or she obviously got that extra touch through Rachel Hindle, so it's good to see the team back helping.
Leeds pressure again and played in behind and into the hands of Simpson, who will bring it under control. To collect, she could just play it forward up to Brown, who needs to try and let the ball stick today. She's trying to get away from the number 2, which is Jen Knowles. Just goes in early with the challenge. Brown got the effects of that. Now Pritchard inside, and Cestria just trying to get a little bit more, let's say, dominance, but control in the game in midfield in particular. Important for Leeds to stick to their positions if they can. And it's the informed team in the division across towards the near post. Simple enough for Carrie Simpson. She quickly gets Leeds out on the attack, and again no sign of Leeds trying to take their time with things. I feel the best chance of attacking is to go straight towards goal and ball down the line to Woodruff. Olivia Smart to be so brave there. She's put herself in harm's way, and the Durham Cestria player has come off second best with the challenge, Grace Mackey. She's hurt herself. Olivia Smart is not often one to stay down. She had a scar across her head for a couple of months. She's just thrown in. The Durham player is in some discomfort, and Olivia Smart just gets up and gets on with it. And our thoughts go out to the Durham player, because that looks a strong challenge. I hope she's okay, but the old cliche goes, bit of a hospital ball. I thought that was for Olivia Smart, and fortunately for the Durham player, it turned out to be her making the challenge.
Yeah, I think obviously Olivia Smart wanted the overlap. Amy Woodruff obviously also took that space, so maybe it's just getting used to maybe what runs to make. Maybe the pitch didn't help with that ball, but I think Olivia Smart did well just to go in for it there and not hold back.
Just waiting for medical staff to make sure everything's okay. Good news for Durham Cestria's Grace Mackey. She's on her feet, and maybe an impact knock rather than anything more severe, which is good news. Now Megan Borthwick to take this latest goal kick.
Put her in front of her a little bit. Put, as in your right back, in front of her a little bit. She's going to lend it into them areas. Stay a little bit in front. There you go. There's my fullback. Go to boogie cast. Drive pass.
Smith wins the header. Goes early with the pass towards Woodruff, who now can she outmuscle her marker. She's trying to do so. Durham have defended it very bravely. Got the bodies on the line. It was Megan Elliott getting across to nip in, as that'll be a free kick to Leeds, and Leeds will take that set piece. And Catherine Smith does like to go early with that pass. Woodruff trying to bulldoze her way through and wasn't too far away from doing it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea. Obviously, Amy Woodruff, she likes that sort of condition. She likes to obviously hold the ball up and muscle her way through. But obviously, just two players there just didn't allow her to get through.
On the edge.
Seem to want to play quick as well, so it's really good to see. Hopefully, we can catch Durham off guard.
What's your jobs?
It has been a identity of this play so far that they are trying to play with pace, kind of slowing things down and assessing things as Amby takes the free kick to the near post. Brown was the target. He's gone all the way back out to that side for a throw. 17 and a half gone, listening to LUTV. Chance or two for Durham Cestria to open the scoring, but that much for Leeds to get excited about, but they're still well in this contest at 0-0. Trying to try and get that confidence in the final third as Danby goes back. That could and should be a corner, and it is, and just shows you chasing those lost causes what it looked like and how it can affect you in a positive way.
Yeah, I thought he was going out for a corner, for a goal kick there, and obviously the keeper spilled it and we got a corner.
Like one of those where Danby and Co would just turn around and let the ball bubble out, but she had other thoughts and it's helped Leeds' progression. There's a train of Leeds players. Brown at the back. She now makes a near post run towards Catherine Hamill, headed away by Elliott. It'll fall to the edge of the box. Fortunately for Leeds, Ellis couldn't control. Now, defensive work for Smart to do, and she deals with it, keeps it simple, kicks her territory and clears. A throw in to defend.
Jordan Atkinson also another target play for Durham. Holds the ball up well, she wants the ball.
Had too many touches, that was her just knocking the ball back as Woodruff flew in and she wins her side of throws. That's good work from Amy Woodruff. Knocks it back and it's in towards Hamill. She will take assessment of the field before playing it sideways to Bridie Hannon. Leads that pass over hit because getting in behind was Maggie. So 20 minutes. A little to split these two teams. Leeds top of the table. Newcastle in second away at York. Durham Cestria, today's visitors, in third. First time really for anybody in Leeds colours that someone's put their foot on the ball and just taken their time. I thought Danby would go early, the pass was on. She just didn't like it. Told to keep hold of it, or just decided that things were better left under control as Brown's touch is heavy.
Yeah, I think we just need to relax a little bit. Don't have to go forward all the time. Just build like we did for that last goal, team goal from last week. That
was a frantic start, which then soon forgotten about, as you say, Jodie, by that movement as Abby Brown just gives two Knowles a push in the back, just trying to get in her head. 0-0 it remains. Borthwick goes long, flicked on well, and now trying to get in behind is Atkinson. Smart and Hannon standing their ground. Olivia Smart comes across, commits early. Atkinson uses that to her advantage. Now Leeds have to get back and scramble. The Danby goes in early, no penalty given by the officials. Smart's back there, so good challenge from Witham. Shot comes in and it's certainly just go under the crossbar. It's a beauty from range from Durham Cestria, and Simpson perhaps felt that was going over the top, but not to be, and it's been hit really crisply from range. Durham Cestria have the lead, and while it looked like it was going to come from inside the area, it was just a case of Leeds couldn't clear. Just Witham thought she'd done enough, and that was the number 18 Sarah Byrne going for goal early and scored from range. 22 minutes gone, Leeds 0, Durham Cestria 1.
Yeah, I thought Jordan Atkinson did really well there just to thread that ball through. I think it was just too many chances there. And finally found the net.
Yeah, frustration for Leeds, who will feel that they should have done a bit better. Contact
That big area.
made by several players. Just couldn't get a foothold on the clearance, and
What jobs are you doing? Captain, if she comes over, you pass
trying
her
to
on,
keep
you
the
stay cool.
head and the spirits high and keep the heads up for.
Keep
Don't
going.
drop them too
Hey,
much.
come
It's
on.
a game that they can certainly come back and get a result from.
Up you go.
Confidence is high though in this Durham Cestria dressing room.
Behind her.
Only one defeat all season. 6 matches in a row with victories, so
Go again. Spondage.
well, they can defend this. It's up to Leeds to try and unsettle.
Go on.
Back to the goalkeeper, Erin Nicholson. Safe approach to Elliott, who some good battles with Brown up front so far. Long ball fired forward, and that's to nobody in Durham Cestria colours. This goes without it. Pritchard flicks it inside, but it's overhit with Witham. Trying to pick out Brown, and again that gap to the midfield and striker is a little bit too big. Brown does very well to pounce on the loose touch, and now Hannon can make her way forward. Risky pass intercepted out for a throw. A big 5 or 10 minutes coming up, Jodie, for this match in this first half.
Yeah, hopefully it's building for us. I think maybe if we just change up what we're expecting. I know quite a few players there were going for down the line. I know we get so much joy down the line, but maybe if someone comes short, or a pass defeat there for Riley Hannon maybe.
The runner, Brown is the one that commits, but can't get hold of it as the Durham Cestria players race across the box to clear. Hindle chasing down what is this long ball forward. She has little options in the centre. Smith had dropped deep, but pass was rushed a little. Ellis inside to Danby. Danby's trickery and footwork get her out of range for Durham to try and put the challenge in. Seen more patience, Jodie, from Leeds, but not going anywhere with the ball. But sure, it past Holwell feel it's better to keep hold of it than give it away and try and reduce those mistakes. With them looking across towards Ellis, it's just overhit. I say underhit, and it's cleared away by Ella Wilson.
Yeah, you can see her obviously trying to do something with the ball and not just kick it long. It's obviously just getting that to stick.
Left shoulder. Go with it, squad out.
Away by Witham. Here is Woodruff, who flicks it round the outside of Mackie. Now she still has work to do. She'll take Mackie for a journey down this left-hand side. She'll try and beat her for strength, and she gets across, and it's a solo battle. She's doing a decent job of it as well, but she made the task harder by going wide. That meant that the cross had to be perfect, and sadly it wasn't, as Pritchard has got past Hindle. Can't keep up, and now Pritchard with a long striding legs gets into the area, and it's across the face of Simpson's goal, and thankfully for Leeds wide behind for a goal kick. Again, you can see that quality, Jodie, that she brings to this Durham Cestria team.
Yeah, you can obviously see the pace is there. She's just obviously hit it wide, thankfully, but just need to deny that access that she's getting.
George. Also that way, just cut this one square off.
Gone short again. Hopefully we've got more options.
Yeah. Danby caught. Simpson comes off her line to help out.
George, well done!
It's just losing their grip on the game a little bit. It was more 50-50 for a while, and then Cestria up the ante, got their goal. Trying to squeeze a life out of Leeds with a second as well. Forward it goes, and Hannon was on hand to mop things up and just keep it simple. Her array of passing is best in this Leeds team. Smart goes down the line to Woodruff. Again, you can understand the idea. Both teams chasing that ball down, and Durham Cestria will get the throw. Around that Leeds bench, it is Handy, Robson, Price, Otherdown and Martins.
Drop off, Woody. Go. No, Kath.
Awkward bounce for Hannon, who had planted her feet ready to try and head it away and just bobbled away, but she recovered well. Jodie mentioned a few seconds ago, you can see what Danby's trying to do by keeping it tight. Hannon went early, and Leeds just need something to go their way a little bit to boost morale. No, I'm not saying they've certainly not given up, but they've not thrown the towel in. But you can just see frustration on a couple of the players.
Yeah, obviously they're trying to pass the ball around a little bit, but it's just obviously not coming off. Hopefully we can build on maybe just getting the ball around, maybe not just going down the left side, trying to go through the middle, see a few players, trying to get involved, but just need to maybe try a different avenue.
Yeah, Danielle Witham gives away a free kick, a little trip from behind, and referee trying to play advantage but couldn't do so. Ball forward, and Catherine Hamill does well to meet it straight away. Came down from a awkward height, couple of players in her way, and she got there early for Leeds. Now Hindle wanted the keeper Simpson to come off a line. She has to be alert here. She does, and she gets the job done. Clears the ball away, and a miscommunication doesn't matter, and Bridie Hannon straight away telling Kath Hamill, let's go long. No sign of a short pass out from the back. Gary Simpson will only have one route towards the halfway line.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision just to settle everything.
Last second, perhaps trying to draw them out and go short. You see Hannah make that move very late, so confusing me and Jodie. It's a person of the tactics at the back of our hand as Durham Cestria come forward towards Atkinson, who spins away. She's got space to shoot and goes early into the hands of Carrie Simpson, who could see it coming all the way. It remains Leeds 0, Durham 1.
I think the body language of making out as though she was going long obviously drew the defenders away, the attackers away, sorry, allowed the defenders a lot more space.
This kick from Carrie Simpson, who distribution has been spot on so far beforehand, so can't allow that one mistake to unsettle her. Leeds just trying to dissect things at the same time from the coaching staff, those that have been watching from afar noticing certain things.
Rebecca Bass obviously building, seeing what she wants from the team, and obviously giving them a few words of wisdom.
Should be as passionate as ever on the sideline, Rebecca Bass, and she watches on as Olivia Smart can now have the throw. Passmore trying to keep things simple. He wants Hannon to drop into the space, which she does. Hindle turns away from Pritchard, and she'll want those confident touches as best she can. Hannon skips away. That'll be a free kick. A little bit late from the Durham player. No apology. You can see there's a lot of pride at stake as well. These two teams desperate to beat each other. Durham Cestria will see this as a top of the table clash. These are, of course, first versus third. Leeds top of the pile. Good to see that determination. It's the sort of game you'd be desperate to play in today.
Yeah, it'd be definitely one to watch for the neutral, entertaining game. We just want Leeds to obviously get on the score sheet and settle things, play how we know.
Coming forward, the lunging pass to the far side. Brown flicks it back to Woodruff. It's perhaps a little scrappy. Smith was trying to get away. She runs into traffic. Referee says play on. Smith will go for goal early. Doesn't get the power behind the shot, and it's the first sight for her to go for goal. We know Catherine Smith likes to hit from range. Popped up nice enough to go for it, just didn't get the power behind it. So Leeds with a half chance, still trailing by a goal to 0, but just a little example there, Jodie, of Leeds winning the second ball a bit higher. A couple of players winning their duels, so positive for Rick Passmore.
Yeah, she put a lot of effort into that play. It was good to see her get a shot off. Maybe it was the right connection she wanted.
Yeah, Woodruff, Smart. Oh, the pass needs to be a bit stronger, and Olivia Smart was in. Woodruff will know. It's unfortunate. She'll get back into a good position again. She's been one of Leeds' most effective players so far, Amy Woodruff.
It's positive play. It's good to see. It's just not quite coming off.
Yeah, fine margins so far in this game. Has come off for Durham Cestria, who have been a little bit more consistent. They're growing into the contest. Leeds still fighting away as Hamill steps up. That should be Leeds' throw. Big touch missed. Rick Passmore tells the official. Linesman near side should see that as well. And frustration for everybody related to and linked to Leeds United Women. Can't allow it to affect them too much as Mackie takes it down the line towards Atkinson. The original flick on by Winter. Danby getting in front there to Smith. Free kick to Leeds. Didn't see that much in that. I wonder if the referee's used it as a... say he's missed the call, so he gives one back to Leeds as fast as he can.
I wasn't sure if there was a little nudge there on Daniel Witham. Theory's right.
Here is Woodruff. She's unfortunate. She dives in early. So she's been injured in the ensuing tackle. She'll be back up on her feet okay as Smart takes her throw in back towards Hannon. And towards Smart, who had to go early with the pass. Maybe too risky of a pass forward to her. Midfield battle is certainly being won by Durham Cestria at the moment. Danby is doing all she can. She's sitting deep for 10 here. Smith and with them. Durham Cestria do with that go back, and I think you look at a game like this and where is it being won and lost, and while Atkinson hasn't had that many touches for Durham Cestria in the number 9, Abby Brown's had maybe 2. Leeds struggling to get the players in the final third on the ball, struggling to get hold of it in midfield, and defensively standing firm enough, but maybe a change of approach at the interval. It's only be 1-0 down at the moment. It's still a positive enough result. You're playing against a team unbeaten in 5 or 6 games, but it's not as if it's all doom and gloom. A few tweaks here and there, I'm sure, from the players and coaching staff, and we could have a real game on our hands.
Yeah, it's definitely positive, and obviously we're not as frantic as we were starting the game out. Obviously we're a goal down, so we need to obviously step it up. But we've seen some good things. We're obviously trying different things. We're not just doing one thing, getting rid of the ball, trying to play with it.
Smart heads clear. Danby gets hold of the ball, leaves it to Witham, and Daniel Witham's not had too much space to run into. That's where she comes alive in this game. And it's to wide to Smart. Witham's trying to get in behind. Brown was there as well. He's just going for a looping ball forward, hoping to force a mistake. It's cleared away from Durham Cestria. That'll be handball. Referee spots it, and it will be a free kick. But not the worst idea beforehand for Leeds, that into those areas. Smart told to go a bit further back. Good free kick this though, because ball forward has to be perfect. Leeds have got that many bodies forward that if it's not, Durham Cestria will attack, and it is cleared. Well, it should have been cleared away. Jodie alongside me. Body language of frustration because that was a half chance. Woodruff to Smith. Too powerful to bring out Hamill into the game. Smith now wrestling away, and she's beaten to it. Durham Cestria come forward. It's up to Atkinson. Right to Pritchard. Chad away. Danby comes across, and that's a strong challenge. And Sarah Danby, if she has felt that challenge, is certainly not letting it be known. It's a cruncher.
Yeah, it was a great clean tackle. It needed to happen.
Scorer Byrne takes it away from the 2 Leeds players. The fortunate deflection for Durham Cestria will end up in the hands of Simpson, thankfully for Leeds.
It was going back to that free kick when you said it was a little bit of an awkward position. I think we're just wanting some sort of anticipation there, like we've seen in the game. Just obviously sneak through the defence. Could have been a half chance.
Jenny, you need to be narrow where we don't need Danby as a centre half. Danby, get up. You go. Right in behind. Right. Coming in behind you. Go with it. Right. Keep it.
Smith in midfield, wanting to go across midfield with it, but she spins away from trouble. She wants a free kick, she gets one. Nicholson for Durham Cestria, standing her ground, trying to slow Leeds down. As I think wanting to go wide to Ellis, who wasn't looking. Hinder will take control. Looking for Woodruff, who fortunately can't bring it under control. Nearly hooked it round with the right leg. Here is Smith, wide to Smart. Woodruff had asked for it. Smart played the ball, not sure whether she wanted it long or to feet, but regardless, Leeds get their throw. They trail by a goal to nil. Try to go one way, trick the defender. Does enough to get back and make up for her missed control as Hindle picks her straight out with a pass. Needs the call to play the ball quickly. She gets it with them. Smart went early with the pass. The up and under again towards Woodruff, who will get the goal side of the defender Mackie. Now she's wrestling away. She'll get punished for not only I think the pullback, but a little kick out as well. She's going for the ball. The contact's there. The referee feels he's got no choice to give the free kick.
Yeah, I think the ball just bounced a little bit high there. It was just an awkward bounce. I think it looked worse than what it actually was. Tension wasn't there.
Ready, ready, catch to go off, one off. Go, on we go!
To Hindle, the ball bounces and towards Smith. Leeds trying to go early again with the pass from Smith. Hindle gets to it. Pritchard has collateral damage. She's taken her with the ball, but will play on. Durham Cestria, in fairness, played on. As Brady Hannon takes as many risks as you need to there. She gets a nutmeg, so we'll count it as a bit of showboating, but it wasn't intentional. As here is with them. That's where Leeds need her, racing forward from midfield. Unfortunately, she couldn't control it. The game is still able to continue. Pritchard has got up and is hobbling, but she's in a bit of discomfort. Space for Hannon to cross over halfway with a pass into Woodruff, who gets it into feet. Now to Olivia Smart. Smart went early with the pass and again couldn't squeeze it through. Now she'll go and win it back. She challenges with Mackie for the second time this afternoon. Plays the challenge, concedes the throw. But Durham Cestria's positivity, progression is not as much as it was maybe in that 10 minutes between the goal and Leeds trying to get back into it. And while we haven't done anything to test the Durham Cestria goalkeeper, it's becoming a bit more even again.
I think we're growing into it slightly, which is good to see. I think Brady Hannon's pass there, we'll say it's a bit cheeky. Glad it came off that area.
A touch from a Durham player and it was a stupid pass, but we'll take it all day long as Smith clears down the line looking for Brown, who will finally get a touch on the ball, and maybe Brown pulls away and now tries to bring in a teammate into the game. She'll go to the cross to the far post. It's a great ball and Woodruff took her eye off it. The defender I think has put her off. Ivy Brown played a pass onto the plate of Emma Woodruff, who will feel in that area she should do better, but easy for us to say. They can see the angle. It is the number 16 Mackie, I think. Of course, Jodie, you might have a different opinion, that might have put her off.
Yeah, I think so. It's hard coming across her, and obviously she's gone with the right foot. I think Ellis coming out of position there to try and get the ball helps give Brown the space on that right.
It was a different approach, wasn't it? Abby Brown going further wide. It might be something they work with towards the end of this first half, and that's a real positive move for Leeds. Abby Brown pulling away. Leeds get the throw, which I think is a little fortunate. Now can Leeds go and get an equaliser before half-time? Smart with the ball in hand. She has Woodruff coming short for the throw. Brown further down the line. She picks Abby Brown out. The Leeds striker wins another throw further down the field. It's still 0-1 to Durham Cestria.
I need people in the box, Brownie. In the box, Brownie. Pass it, dink it up. Great ball.
Smart to the far post, trying to pick out Ellis. Offside flag's going to deny her. Frustration for Ellis, who we thought Brown was quiet. Ellis has had even fewer touches, and maybe something for the referees having a go across to warn about the time wasting and the frustration kicking the ball away. Maybe that's an area that Rick Passmore will look to try and simplify the matter and say, let's get the attacking players touches on the ball and work the basics.
Yeah, I think obviously the last passage of play we saw coming from wide area, getting in to get the ball, more of a mid-central role. Obviously it allows space, excuse me, for Abby Brown to go wide. It just obviously gives different options.
As the goal kick taken towards Smith, and Grafton Smith will head clear. A couple of minutes to go before half time. Back inside the ball goes, and it's flicked forward. Woodruff will try and Hinder will try and get to it. The job that Smart does. Smart gets there in time and clears just towards Woodruff, and she will flick it out towards Witham. Goes down the line early to Amy Woodruff, and now a foot race against Mackie. Those two have been at each other all game. Woodruff wins the battle. She's stronger. How can she be cuter with the pass back? Tries to be too cute, perhaps. It's cleared away. Witham stands her ground, holds up possession, rolls it back to Bridie Hannon. Hannon played into trouble, but she shields it away from Atkinson. Hammer will have to go back to Simpson. That's good defending from Durham Cestria. Simpson clears towards halfway. Poor touch in midfield for Durham Cestria. Nearly give Leeds half a chance, but cleared. Again, it's got a bit scrappy. And Hannon takes control. Smart was asking for it. Hannon plays it forward. It's poor from the Leeds centre-back. She apologises to those around her. Now she's got to get back in position. It's not been good enough from Leeds on the ball. Durham Cestria the last few minutes have been just as wasteful. We said earlier we hoped it would bring the best out of each other. It's had the opposite effect, which is it is that fine balance that the two teams are that evenly matched, that whatever mistake is being matched by a fellow one. And I think both teams probably need half time.
Yeah, I think it's a game of two halves, hopefully for Leeds. Coming out in the second half stronger, regrouping. A few words from Passmore. The lifters seem to have hit an area in the game where it's just a bit scrappy.
The ball goes. Smart with the first header. Witham has to put her body in the way again. Down the floor in the first minute as Hannon is beaten, and the shot from range all the way over clears the stand from Erin Nicholson. Ryan Hannon diving in, didn't get the timing right. Leeds live to fight another day, but simple enough routine from Durham Cestria. Pounds to the original clearance, and from where Nicholson was, you'll probably feel a shot on target was the bare minimum.
Yeah, I thought it was going to test Carrie Simpson there, but luckily it went way over stands.
We will need the new ball at the Sotrac Stadium. That one will take some finding.
2 minutes, squeeze them up. Come on, manage it. Come into areas.
George, she will come. Okay.
Good age, boy.
Simpson to Smith, who got the slightest flick on the ball.
And again, white shirt.
The ball into midfield for Durham Cestria. It's a free kick given Leeds' way. To stoppage time we go.
Bobby, stand on it.
Come wider. Come wider. Woody's up. Woody's in to go
Hannon wants to play it early. She wants to try and generate one final attack for Leeds. Here is Woodruff. Brown running in behind. Woodruff takes it forward herself. Tries to flick it into Ellis. She just can't control it. Real frustration for Leeds. Second time it's gone down that flank and not come off. First was offside. Poor touch the second. Referee will give a free kick. So Leeds will have what you feel is one final chance before the interval. But that was a really big moment for Leeds to try and at least put a shot on goal. It would have been their first of the match.
That was a great idea, coming in there. Ellis had a real chance, but just comes away from her.
Yeah, Olivia Smart is the player that's now down, which we hope is nothing severe and just a head check that physio can patch up pretty quickly. Catherine Smith is coming across to get the coaching instructions from Rick Passmore.
They're going to put it on the keeper. Hey, we can't reach. Right. If
Simpson's just double checking Olivia Smart's okay.
If not, we have to bring Rakes back. Bring Rakes back. Kathleen, everybody closer.
Not sure what that incident was from, but she's up on her feet, looking like she wants to continue, so positive for Leeds. The left back is instrumental to this team. Now, I'll give Danby instruction of when she can take this set piece, just double checking the wall, the official. And into stoppage time now at the Sotrac Stadium. Yeah, the Sotrac Stadium does leave its deposits as Danby floats the ball in towards Brown. The flick on header, it'll just fall in the way. Penalty appeal, and the referee decides that that is the end of the first half instead. So Leeds will certainly feel that the rub of the green has gone Durham Cestria's way. Burns' long-range strike is the difference, and let's hope in the second half we get more of a positive impact for Leeds. The coaching staff have their work cut out. The top of the table against third place. It is third place that lead. Join us soon on LUTV for second half coverage.
go, come on. Yes, great, come on. Nice and positive, Spuddy. Let's go, come on. Kathy, come on.
Welcome back to LUTV's coverage of this Leeds United women's game between Leeds United Women and Durham Cestria, as we just get back underway for the start of the second half. And Leeds trailing by a goal to nil after a goal from Sarah Byrne from range. Really good, strong, powerful strike. Did look like Carrie Simpson, the Leeds goalkeeper, perhaps thought it was going over. Backed out at the last second, but the strike was really crisp into the corner, and Leeds found themselves 1-0 down after 22 minutes. So the team for Leeds is Simpson, Hindle, Hannon, Hamill and Smart, as Leeds get a free kick. Daniel Witham is down. It is Witham, Danby, Smith, Ellis, Woodruff and Brown, and Leeds' midfielders in some discomfort. And we hope this is not too severe. This bench is Handy, Robson, Price, Underdown and Martins. Durham Cestria team is Borthwick, Knowles, Wilson, Elliott, Nicholson, Atkinson, Giles, Pritchard, Mackey, Winter and Byrne. Myself, Tom Hill and Jodie Hunter. And an early incident for Daniel Witham to deal with.
Yeah, just like this first half.
Yeah, pretty much. I think this might be 30 seconds later, but she's still in the walls. So, it's not a free kick by the way, I think it's a drop ball that Leeds will have to try and fight for. My apologies, as we see official himself giving the ball back to Durham Cestria. So is there anything in particular, Jodie, that you feel that Leeds need to do to improve matters, get level?
Well, I think obviously getting back to winning first, second balls, testing the keeper, like we spoke about. I think obviously that's a priority. Down the right hand side, at least a little bit of a chance.
Well, down the line and played forward. Hannon gets it clear and it's fired over the top. Ellis will get a touch to it. It's a good one as well. Now is Woodruff. She turns away. Woodruff now plays it to Ellis. Leeds stretching the Durham Cestria defence across the goal. It was needed to be played into Brown. Not the best accuracy from Ellis, but that's the first time really that Macy Ellis has had the chance to get in behind, put a cross into the box. And if we're building on positives, that's a real good start to the second half, Jodie.
Yeah, I think it's good to see her involved. Obviously using her pace, getting behind, getting a cross in, maybe post run, might put the keeper off a little bit.
Fast stick, edge of the box, Macy.
To the near post, Hannon clears. Leeds falling asleep, no real pressure, and the shot's over for Anna Winter. And Leeds just maybe could have done with closing that player down a bit quicker from one end to the pitch to the other. Durham Cestria breaking. A good late run as well. Hannon turned it into her path, but the Leeds players, perhaps, I think Jodie thought each other were going to close down, and in the end, we're very grateful to see the shot go over the bar.
Let's go play
So she had a lot of time there.
Get him going. Come on, Spud.
Too much time
Come
there to
on,
put
let's
it
go
over
get
the
it. Go
bar.
get it. Go to the ball. Go to the ball. You need it inside. Mace inside for that one. Mace. Win the headers. Top.
Behind. Communication is perfect from Simpson. Just gives everybody around her call to move out of the way, and Hannon will break free through midfield.
Go on then, it's over.
Held long. Looking for Smart. It will pick out the edge of the box. It'll bobble away because of a clearance from Megan Elliott, and a territory finder sort of pass there, turning the Durham Cestria defence round. With them trying to poke the ball back with her studs, miscontrols it, and Leeds get another throw. So it started the second half the better of the two teams though, Jodie.
Yeah. I think a little bit of rotation maybe will help to get a few of the players involved.
There were a few that were very quiet. We saw plenty of Smart, Hannon, Danby, Woodruff. Didn't see too much of the other midfielders, and Leeds, if they can just start to dig in their heels as Catherine Smith does, we know she can bring that into the midfield, and she's won a free kick. This midfield is built on runners, isn't it really? Danby is the architect, the technician, but Smith and Witham, such great support players in midfield to get into good areas, and just didn't get them involved enough as Smart swings across, and that touch has hit her last, and she will win a throw just by putting the pressure on late.
I think it's really good midfield three working together. I think maybe with Catherine Smith out last game, just need to get that fluidity back, get the ball playing between the three, try and create something.
There's an option off the bench if they want to try and switch it. Underdown could go as the holder. Danby pushes a bit further forward, but Leeds will hope that the current group on the pitch can get them level. Here is Brown twisting. Ball delivered in, and Durham Cestria will clear. Smart is there, she's brave, and she gets up off the floor to get towards the goal line. Across the face, cleared away, back out it goes. Here is Smart. Floats the ball to the edge of the penalty box. Abby Brown was certainly going for the ambitious effort. All the time Danby to look downfield. Eventually that was closed up, and Hannon skips away. Now Hamill will go back to Simpson as Hindle makes her way to right back, and that's a rush clearance from Simpson.
Yeah, just a little bit more composure there, opening her body up. Hindle was in a great position.
Drop a little bit, Smudge.
Back is
Not too far
relatively
back.
slow. Neil Real rushing from
Kathy!
Durham Cestria right back, which is Mackie.
Come on, stronger.
Played on the attack and cleared away by Hamill.
In behind, squeeze.
Mackie again, prodded down the line. The Durham Cestria player had stayed onside.
Help her.
Wanted it back. Smart with the back here. Then just taking a few too many chances in those areas. Leeds to stay switched on. Danielle Witham trying to mark up as quickly as she possibly can.
Gotta go. Gotta stay in. Pass her on to Smudge. Get hold of it.
And then clears.
Hold
Witham
of it.
has to get goal side and put her body behind it. She's wrestling away with Ashley Smith, and she just cushions it sideways for Hindle. It's early to Woodruff. A switch for Leeds. Woodruff through the middle, Brown out on the left. Danby takes control and brings it clear.
Here we go, mate. Come here. Keep it. Set. Have a touch.
And it's back to Danby. This is tidier from Leeds. Danby just taking a couple of touches to show she can play it to left centre back Bridie Hannon. Hannon early looking for Brown, under hit. Now she will step up out of the defence with the tackle, and it's just what Bridie Hannon does every single week for Leeds United. Puts her body in the line, you can just see it coming. And Smart tried to get in behind. This is better from Leeds. They're certainly getting to good areas, and it's two players on that left hand side that traditionally play there doing what they normally do. Bridie Hannon putting everything behind a full-blooded challenge. Smart trying to get into a good area as an attacking fullback, and just need to try and create a few more chances. But Durham Cestria not struggling, but allowing Leeds to come forward as Hannon goes from range, and it's off the crossbar. What an effort from Bridie Hannon. Well, the first goal was a good one. Bridie Hannon's would have been one of the best of the season, and Durham Cestria stood off. Not the player wants to stand off. She can really hit a ball from range, Bridie Hannon, and the keeper at full stretch wasn't going to get there.
Well, we did say hopefully we'll test the keeper this half.
Yeah. The keeper ended up on her back. Had no idea where that ball had gone, and Leeds get another throw, and she's much more like it, Jodie.
Yeah, I think when we said test the keeper, I didn't expect Bridie to be the first one to do that. It's good to see. I know she obviously found herself a bit higher up the pitch and a lot of space in front of her, so why not?
Back out towards towards Hindle. Ellis's heavy touch was almost effective enough to get round the Durham player. Strong challenge from Woodruff to it on the edge of the box, and now back out towards Smart. It's just overhit Abby Brown, perhaps staying offside. And 10 minutes into the second half, it's still 1-0. Much more positive from Rick Passmore's troops out there.
Seems like a slight change there. Amy Woodruff looks to be taking the central role. The other Brown gone wide.
Yeah, I think it's a few minutes effective enough for Brown, of course, to try and cut in. The rain really falling now in Tadcaster, so conditions even tougher. Ball had gone out of play, so Leeds certainly getting a bit more of that bounce in their favour. To Brown, and Brown lays it back. Windsor throwing further down the pitch, and now as Brown further up the line, she takes it quickly. Already back by Brown. Leeds working in close quarters. Not much room to manoeuvre towards Woodruff, who just tried to guide it to goal, and I think she got a touch on it and needed somebody at the far post to try and glide it home as well. But another ball in the box, an early cross, something that Leeds couldn't do in the first half, Jodie.
Yeah, we're getting the ball in the right areas, like we said. It's good to see, and obviously different players getting in there. A lot more movement now.
Down the line, Miley Hannon will chase this down. Back to Simpson, who clears.
Go on, Brownie! Go on, Brownie! Midfield, drop off, Spud! Spudger! Spudger, drop off! Spudger!
With a risky back pass, Simpson's got to be brave, comes off her line, slices it into the air. Leeds have to scramble across towards the right-hand side of the pitch. Ellis getting involved. Now Durham Cestria on the attack, looping ball in. Hannon gets up behind it, Hamill was beaten. Ellis with a no-nonsense clearance. Leeds under pressure there just due to a poor back pass from Witham, just took her eyes off it, and that is going to be Durham Cestria with a free kick going their way. Leeds guilty of their own downfall nearly.
Yeah, I think a change in the weather also. We need to be a bit more sure what we're doing with the passes. It's going to be a lot boggier. Ball hold up a little bit more.
There we go. First contact, Bridie Hannon. Behind you, Spud up.
Ball to the far post, Hamill clears.
Go on then,
Danby
Macy.
flicks
Come
on.
Macy. Come on, Macy. Stand up, Cap.
Slip, a timely slip from Pritchard.
Man on, set.
Body language on the floor tells you everything about that, because she knew she was in behind, and Leeds.
Good. Do it again.
It's good work from Hamill, keeps it simple. I was about to play into trouble just as I say that she plays it too long. Hindle to Ellis. Ellis Smith, and now Leeds just unable to work their way forward. Pritchard gets away, but Hindle flies in. That's really good timing of the challenge from Rachel Hindle. Durham Cestria just maybe breathing a bit more power into their attacks. That potentially could have been a free kick. Referee lets it go. Leeds, a couple of passes have been overhit. Smith, perfect work from her. She will be clipped from behind, and that is what Catherine Smith is so good at. She seems to cover so much ground. Gets in, she's brave, she puts challenges in. She, powers her way through collisions and wins a set piece in time. And Leeds not happy with something here with the official, trying to explain something. Just the last few minutes, Durham Cestria getting a bit more wind behind their sails though.
Yeah, I think that slip there was a positive one for her, Leeds, because I think she had a lot of space there, and we know what she can do with it without space.
Down the line it goes. Hindle was going for Ellis. There is Pritchard. Hindle comes up early with a strong challenge, tries to put Pritchard off, but she's too strong. Runs into Danby though, but she'll ride the challenge, Pritchard, and keeps it in play. Now it's a combination of Ellis and Danby. Ellis gets there, she'll win a goal kick. It's more double team effort from Leeds, and look at Danby's reaction. And while Durham Cestria are not a one-woman team, they're a group, they've been effective. I mentioned earlier, Pritchard is good stock in terms of her training. She's come through the Sunderland Regional Talent Centre. Steph Houghton, Jill Scott from that neck of the woods and that academy setup as well. She's got 7 in 10. She has been effective, but the main thing for Leeds is they've kept her quiet so far. That has to continue. Get Woodruff and Brown further in the game And who knows what can happen. Brown will chase down this ball. She's quick, Abby Brown. Not quick enough to get to it ahead of Mackie, but just that pressure, Jodie. Wins leads a throw.
Yeah, it was almost like she was happy with the throw there, not having too much options if she was to get the ball.
Down the line, Brown moves out of the way for Smart. Smart tries to cut inside past Mackie, who's been defensively very sound here for Durham Cestria. That will be cleared away. We will need a new ball at the Sotrac Stadium. The rain continues to fall. I think Leeds have gone for a bit more over-the-top passing in the second half. They try to stretch Durham Cestria that way. We do have the pace in the flanks, but it still has felt a bit left-sided dependent. Ellis hasn't had that much service. Yeah,
I think we've seen more of Ellis on the screen in front of us, tracking back and helping defend. Obviously the pace from Poppy Pritchard's son's obviously one for her to match.
Across the goal again. They're just going to hit the roof of the net. Leeds unfortunate there, and the goalkeeper Borthwick was able to gratefully watch it go behind. Just trying something a little different. Smith, as we said, bundle of energy getting into those areas, trying to help out. Now Brown has come back central. Leeds swap things again. I mentioned last week we haven't seen much of Savannah Robson in the team this year. Is this the game where she can come off the bench and make a difference?
Yeah, possibly. She's definitely got that strength. Got a bit of pace behind her as well.
I think sorry, Jodie.
I think she's slotted into the team really well.
Yeah, of course, Suarez Martins has another one that Sandra Suarez Martins is another that could maybe come in. Gets to it, hand used. Suggests it was her chest that she brought the ball under control with. The referee debates it. They're both potting at each other's arms. Sadly for Emma Woodruff, the referee's in charge.
Yeah.
Two wide options for Leeds on the bench. A couple of central midfielders. Here's the backup goalkeeper. And this clears to Anya Wetham, who looks down the line for Woodruff. Ellis trying to get there in support and clear it back. Ellis, Woodruff up there towards Danby, who miscontrols. It's an important miss that for Durham Cestria. That's an important slip for Leeds as Witham gets to it. Now, what can she do? She's normally so effective when she's driving forward with the ball. She's going away from goal here, Witham. Back she goes to Smart. Smart turns inside. It's a good strong challenge though. And again from Smith. She's really improved second half. Now she's coming forward and so effective for Leeds. I've cursed her as she plays it wide, but Catherine Smith really coming into her own. She's kept things simple. She's won plenty of tackles for Leeds to get them back on the front foot, Jodie.
Yeah, and I thought in that position there, I thought she was looking for goal and just split second decision to go wide to Ellis, and it's just not come off.
Good challenge from Woodruff. And this is a very tough game. Two tough teams locked at the top of the table, first versus third. Certainly not going down without a fight today in this game if they are to be beaten 1-0.
Drop off, Car! Drop off! Car! Drop off! Good, good, good! Good shot again! Go on!
Woodruff early to Brown. Brown, it just hits her on the back of the ankle. She's unlucky. Woodruff through the middle. Different approach for Leeds. The path of the two strikers. She's offered a great option to come short. It's a poor pass, and this game is there for the taking, certainly to get draw level, Jodie.
Yeah, definitely. I think the communication there was spot on with Woodruff and Brown. I think it just didn't come off her. Obviously, it was just behind her a little bit. I think we'd have seen a definite goal there if she'd have got through.
Down the line it goes, and it's played away from Durham Cestria. It's out from the Leeds throw.
Yes, you're in. Play again. Stay square in midfield. Midfield, stay square. To the movement side of that beat. Good, go get. There's the pocket.
Best thrown from Smart.
Win it. Win it.
Touch from Atkinson. Hamill gets to it. Smith's unlucky as it hits her at point blank range. Now with Byrne, the only goal scorer of today's game, she goes down the line and towards Giles, who runs into Smart. She will win Durham Cestria a throw, and they take it quickly. Smart again straight up out of defence, but she's left a gap in behind. Bradley Hannon spots that, comes across. 65 gone, Leeds 0, Durham Cestria 1.
Kathy Hamill on the edge here. Go on, Woody. You got the 8, Kathy.
A bit too far forward to latch onto Smart's pass.
There we go.
And again goes early. Hamill gets across. Now she's still got work to do. Simpson gives it the shout that she'll come for it. It has gone out anyway. And Leeds a little unlucky. Corner to defend.
Be nice and bright, Leeds. Be nice and
Stand unmarked for now. But the widest idea that she has scored from pretty much the same distance, so Leeds may have to watch for a late run. Powered into the area. Hindle with a touch and back again. Flicked away off the edge of the goal line by Leeds. Pritchard keeps it in. It's all hands on deck for Leeds defensively. Brown trying to stop Pritchard from getting past her. Back up the line from Pritchard towards Byrne.
Watch behind you, Brownie. Go again. Get over, mate.
Byrne instead towards the number 2, which is Knowles.
Squeeze.
And Mackie forced the wrong way. Leeds will win the throw, and that's a bit of pressure that they've handled well. Second half, it's been a very positive performance. It's been improved. Still just not enough to test the goalkeeper, and I think we're going to have to settle for a day where this is a team that are too good to be giving up numerous chances. It might be that Leeds get 1-2 max, and they've got to take them.
Yeah, obviously they're in third position for a reason, and this win would obviously take them above Leeds, unfortunately. So we do need to, whatever chances we do create in the next coming minutes, we obviously need to be very clinical.
Down the left-hand side comes Woodruff, who's trying to pick a pass in these colours. Does the right thing, doesn't rush it. Now Smart takes the touch, goes early into the box. It's too close to the keeper. Borthwick will try and clear. This wins the header. Goes the wrong way though. Seems guilty of giving the ball away. That's smart play from the full-back, and a good ball in behind that from Anna Wilson. There is Pritchard. Danby gets across to get there at the nick of time. Atkinson. Hindle getting involved as well. And Hindle's grown into the game more. She's had a big assignment to mark Pritchard. Some of her challenges have been spot on. We get into that halfway stage of this second half. Changes could be made from both managers. I think we're going to get one now. And this could be where the game is won and lost. And Suarez Martins is told to get ready. Ellis is replaced, and not sure it's the biggest surprise. Macy Ellis's quietest game for a while. Can't play well every week. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, and a like-for-like swap.
Yeah, it'll be good to see Suarez Martins get a few minutes here. Obviously the game's gone a little bit slow, a little bit sloppy, so hopefully she can give us a different outlet.
Wide left to Wilson, who's looked tidy for Durham Cestria. Here is Martins racing forward.
Great first touch.
On the
Positive.
attack. I'd say she's positive. She had a bit more space there. I think she backed out. I think she's looked across the pitch as that throwing goes against her. And probably looked and thought, I've only got one option. I'll just delay this. And that split-second delay has allowed Durham Cestria to get on the ball as they play it forward. And a gap here for Leeds. Martin stepped up. Bridie Hannon has to cover. Bridie Hannon covers perfectly well and clears it for a throw.
Yeah, it's timed perfectly, like you say. It had to be there. Catherine Hamill's got too many players to deal with.
Rachel, come out. Win the ball. Good.
Pritchard, good strong challenge from Brown. Lines goes early with the pass. You can see the intention behind it. Woodruff had sandwiched herself between the two centre backs for Durham Cestria. Just over hit.
Go on, Brownie.
Cross comes Hannon. Strong challenge. Just guilty there of giving a free throw in away. Here's Hindle. Pritchard. Saved by Simpson. Top save from Simpson to her left-hand side. And Pritchard in that range would feel she will be scoring. She kept it simple as well. She's just put her foot through it, kept it low. And she expects the net to bulge. Martin's slow pass. Woodruff's socks so low now. Sliding in. Blair's filthy out there, and Leeds a little bit fortunate. Some of the Durham Cestria players weren't even looking, such as the speed that they attacked with. Simpson saves the day.
Yeah, it was a great save there. Got down low to her left there to stop that close range shot. Like I say, we thought it was going to be 2 on the score sheet.
So Turnbull is on. That looks like it's Atkinson that's off. Change in the attack.
Ready for spinning. Good girl. Go inside. She rolls, good. Don't let her turn. Win the header! Go win the header!
Chad controls. Hannon commits early. A decision that's proven to be the perfect one. Now she goes early to Woodruff, who just couldn't bring it under control. But here now is Witham to get to it. Witham goes early with a pass towards Brown. Leeds have a chance here to get in behind. Brown skips past Mackie, but she's too strong. Mackie just bounces her off and clears. But again, Leeds going early with the pass and trying to force the tempo in their favour, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think Brown's unlucky there. She obviously looks to take it past her. She just uses her body well to deny her.
Look how it goes. Turned away is smart, but run into traffic. Down the left-hand side, Leeds playing it early, and Woodruff just got her arms in the air just maybe to try and protest. That was the wrong call. Frustration for Leeds continues.
Hey, Captain, I need first contact. Friday, first contact. Come on, with the ball. With the runners. With the runners. Keep on. Give it a bit more in there.
Places across, gets there once again, third time in a row. Simpson just plays it straight back to her. Into the final 20 minutes, Bryony Hannon across the pitch to assess her options. It's towards Hamill, who gets caught out. Simpson will have to show her skills, just about gets it away, but Leeds under pressure. All the pressure's come, and Pritchard puts it in. That's a free kick according to the ref. I think Leeds have got away with that. Pritchard thumps it home. Or do you think that was a free kick?
I'm not too sure what happened there, but I'll take a free kick. Doesn't matter what I think, I'm just happy that it's a free kick.
Certainly grateful. Simpson certainly took it a bit too far forward, but Hamill caught out. Well, the touch was good, the second was not. Hamill got to it first. Looking at the official replay, there was no contact from Atkinson, from Turnbull on the ball. But two players fighting for it, but we'll be delighted to see that go Leeds' way. Otherwise, it would have been possibly game, start, and match. We'll have to fight another day with 16 minutes of normal time to go. Heads inside, pounced on by Giles, turned away is Nicholson. It's as far forward Simpson, who gets it wide right to Hindle.
Drop in. 18. Smudge, 18.
Commits herself early. Skipping past her was Winter. Mackie now A full-back going down the line to Byrne. Simpson comes off her line. Good handling. Really good handling. In these conditions, she could have stood out of her penalty area. But Durham Cestria's players really solid and compact. I think the full-backs have been very tidy. Both Wilson and Mackie. Pritchard is good as well. A very tense battle between both teams, that too much to split them, as Woodruff, about to say she's about to try and have to do some kick-ups here to play it over the top, but took too long. Here is Hannon in midfield. Hannon up and over to the left-hand side towards Brown. Brown can't control it. Frustration continues for Leeds United, given away by Hindle. Just losing their grip on this second half as Pritchard's raced away. Hindle trying to cover. Pritchard to the byline, cuts it back inside, going towards goal the other way. Hannon nearly scores an own goal. Simpson keeps it alive to make sure it's not a corner. Goalkeeper's been very, very busy today. Somehow Leeds have got it cleared to Abby Brown, Jodie.
Yeah, I think we've just got a little bit of panic across the park here. We need to settle it down, get the ball where we want it at feet. Trying not to rush things. It's just good to keep that out of the goal.
Danby steps up. Hamill gets the touch to it. She could have been given the call to take her time. Martins keeps it alive. Leeds ticking over. A wide to Martins. It's simpler. Just need to try and get their confidence back on the ball, but Hindle has two shirts alongside her. She's not interested at all at keeping the ball and getting tackled, so she goes to clear it. I think that's more of a clearing show to say, I didn't want that pass, but thanks.
Yeah, I don't think you want it there, especially with those two players around you.
Appeals for both, but he plays on, and now the free kick does go Durham Cestria's way.
Right, hey, it's gone. Danby, it's gone. Just listen to him. He's always right.
So Danby is giving her opinion on the matter. She's very happy whatsoever, and the referee just trying to draw in the Leeds player who's offended him with a challenge. And Bradley Hannon, I'm guessing Bradley Hannon is the captain, so he's trying to, as the captain, speak to her about Sarah Danby's either chelping or timely challenges. You can tell by her face how upset she is. Bradley Hannon sees the funny side of things.
I'm not sure if she's frustrated from the delay of the free kick given, but we did see a little bit of pulling there from Catherine Smith to get the player down. I know the ball didn't go to her, but obviously took her away from it.
I liked how Bradley Hannon, as captain, really gave her a stern word for the fact that she choked off. She just laughed and said, let's carry on. So it's her own unique way of captaining this team today, by example, as per always, and that's a bizarre routine from Durham Cestria. They've just given Leeds the ball back. Now can they punish them? Towards Danby, who needs eyes at the back of the head, or just trickery like she can provide, and that's a free kick. Mackie with a pull on the shirt. And Smith takes it, rolling ball. Smith tried to stop it. That's just where Leeds haven't got any luck today. Durham Cestria were out of position all over the pitch. Now Hannon has to settle for a long ball forward. She's moved centre-back position with Hamill to take it. Towards Woodruff, headed up and away. Witham wins the header. Daniel Witham, to say she's a central midfielder that might not have had too much ball on the ground today. She's been so brave in the air. Hindle, down the line she goes. Durham Cestria done very, very well. Sliding challenge, Danby slides in, Pritchard rides it, and now Hannon slips forward. Leeds under pressure here as Turnbull works it. Danby gratefully watches it roll past her and out for a throw. And look at the rest of the bench, Jodie. You've got Handy, Robson, Price, Underdown. The most attacking change would be Robson. And a penny for Rick Passmore's thoughts, because it's still very nicely poised. There's not much in it.
Yeah, I think you'd be looking for your bench, maybe just a bit of fresh legs, something else to offer. I know obviously the game's just kind of hit a an area where it's just not really doing much for either team. It'd be good to see fresh face on the pitch.
From Witham. Hanlon wide towards Olivia Smart, who's right at 10 minutes. Inside, Smith just rolls the body. He's very, very effective, is Catherine Smith, at using her body to bring others into the game, and great game management from her there as Smart skips away. Witham telling her to go long into the box. Woodruff nowhere near it. Brown nowhere near it. He just didn't get close enough to them. And Durham Cestria clear, but their advantage is only 1 goal thanks to a 22nd minute strike from Byrne. Smart told to go back up the line. She does towards Hanlon. To Smith. Smith wide to Hindle. Trying to go over the top to Woodruff, who just a little unfortunate there. It's not a bad ball at all from Rachel Hindle, but it just trickles into the path of Borthwick in goal. And wins the header. To Byrne. Top, Catherine Hamill. Tells Simpson to deal with it, and she does with a smashing right-footed drive through the ball, and that'll bounce out of play for a throw. But is this the sort of game you expected? I expected close. I thought we'd see a high-scoring game, but it's gone the opposite way and still being close, but in a different way.
Yeah, I think obviously when we see Durham, they've been very clinical, the games that we've played against them, so I thought there might have been a few more goals in it for both sides, but we did expect it to be a close contest.
So Jess Foster is on and trying to spot who has gone off. It looks to me to be Leanna Giles, who was playing right midfield, and due to the new rules that came in recent seasons, that the player has to go off on the nearest touchline. The poor throw-in, potentially foul throw-in, as Brown gets to it. Here is Witham, plays it forward, and I can see Sandra Suarez-Martinez making her run, but she would have had to have set off yesterday to get to that. Witham's really overhit it, and just giving the ball back towards Durham Cestria. Martins, neat footwork. What she do with a cross? Digs one out, just can't get her body around the ball, and Woodruff appealing for a touch, goal kick instead.
Yeah, I thought it was positive again. I think since coming on, she's done really well down that right hand side. She obviously got involved a little bit more than what we saw Ellis was able to do. It's been quite positive.
Kick Borthwick. Smith wins the header. What foot wrong really, Smith, in the second half, as Martins turns it towards Hindle. Hindle will have to brave there, and she is now. Woodruff looks in behind towards Hindle. He's got to set off. The flag goes up and Leeds are denied. Woodruff with her head in her hands in frustration. She had options, did Woodruff. She could have turned round. I think she's gone for, again, a simple idea. To the byline for Hindle, get the cut back. Just in the final third today, Leeds just have had very few chances, haven't had the cutting edge they would want. They have 7 minutes plus stoppage time to find it.
I would like to have seen Amy Woodruff take a shot there. She was in quite a good position.
The pass out wide, it was forcing Hindle to cross. It's taken quickly down the line they go, and the official gives it Leeds' way. Not too convincing at first, but referee suits and into the final 6 of a minute of normal time. Still to Woodruff, spins away. She seems to have really enjoyed the battle out there today, Amy Woodruff. To Hamill. Forward to Danby. She expected it, and now picked up and away from Nicholson. A Smart rating across. Will just try and clear for a throw, and she'll stop Foster to get to the ball. Change coming. It's 0, Durham 1. Time rig out for Leeds if they want to. A goal back as Amy Richardson is preparing to come on for Durham Cestria. Sarah Danby's just come across for some last minute instructions. And off is Erin Nicholson with an enthusiastic clap for her teammates. Nicholson replaced by Richardson. Surprised to see Rick Passmore not turn to his bench a bit more?
Yeah, I think it's coming to the late stages of the game. It'd be good to see somebody coming off the bench and obviously making an impact like we've seen in recent weeks. Just to offer something a little bit different, like we've mentioned. As far as Martin's, obviously a little bit of energy there coming off the bench.
Danby showing a free kick not given. Pritchard looking in behind towards Turnbull, who's watching it roll through. Hannon and Hamill unable to get to it, straight into the hands of Simpson. Sarah Danby, she was annoyed before, and in for her thoughts now as it's up towards Brown. Brown controls it, we're only cushioning it into the path off Foster. Olivia Smart bails her out. Brown heads away. It will be a Durham Cestria threat. To the final 4 minutes we go. It's time to come at the Sotrac Stadium. Convincing throwing again as Olivia Smart is certainly trying to get things going. More time wasting for Durham Cestria there, and Smart not happy with it. Smith again turns away. Told to go to Hindle. She went to the riskier pass to Martins. It might just work out for Leeds. Martins over the top to Woodruff. It's stopped by Elliott. Durham clear. Smart. Hindle at right back was an option. Forward again towards Woodruff. Leeds just maybe rushing things a little bit too much. Jodie going too quickly up to the front three. We try and build up a bit quicker.
I think the first one was obviously quite a good idea. Not sure what we can't see moving forward, if there's many other options. But I think the second one was a little bit of a hit and hope. Durham have done really well to keep us out of that area and quite strong in the head.
Good. Pass her on, Bridie. Don't go into the same channel, centre half. Win the first contact, Bridie. Get ready, centre forward.
Durham just, I think, trying to keep it down the end for Leeds. Forced them back. For Woodruff. Smith was foul, was she? He says not. Now he does. No advantage played. And more time wasting. Olivia Smart pointing that out. It goes towards Witham. Can she drive forward? She goes to ground. That should be a goal kick, and it is. Daniel Witham. A desperate lunge, I think, there, Jodie, to make sure she could maybe get a touch. Just didn't work out.
Yeah, I think obviously moving forward there, she's usually quite good, keeping the strength. But it just seemed to run out of play for her.
Cestria on the attack. And on they go. Hannon with an important challenge. She stops the sub, Jess Foster.
Rachel, open up.
Potential foul throw. Witham not happy. First play forward from Leeds midfield to try and dispossess Durham Cestria. Leeds just haven't created enough in the last 10-15. Take some effort now for Leeds to get back in as Hannon turns away from Turnbull. She will now look long downfield. It's towards Martins, who flicks the ball on towards Woodruff, who just try to turn it forward. Woodruff a throw in to come to Leeds. Rick Passmore trying to give it to Hindle. Hindle goes early to Danby. Last another dice perhaps for Leeds in regulation time. Danby full of tricks usually. Delays into the box it goes, looking for Brown. Woodruff just hasn't got the legs. A deflection here is Martins in behind. Martins goes to ground. Oh, she's unlucky. And it just will not fall for Leeds. It's to Hamill. Hamill goes down the line. We get a lucky ricochet to Hindle. Hindle goes early. Now it's the turn of Durham Cestria to get the lucky bounce. And behind it goes. And Danby spins away. Now towards Smith. Smith goes early looking for Martins. Just can't dig it out. Brown somehow gets back to her feet. And Brown goes for goal. And that's a shot from a player that's barely had a touch today. Into stoppage time we go. And I think that little ball through towards Martins was the chance we had.
Yeah, I think if that had come off, we'd have probably seen a draw. Unlucky.
Yeah, in the box, centre of the goal, one-on-one with the keeper. You don't ask for much more than that, do you, as a forward for Martins? Here is Brown. Has to get the ball, tired legs. And it's given away now. Leeds under pressure. Durham Cestria coming forward. Can Leeds somehow find a way to not only get it back, but then attack downfield? Hannon prods it away. It'll be another throw. And it will be no surprise to see them take their time with this, Durham Cestria. Back it goes. Smart not happy. She's really got frustrated today with the time wasting.
I think looking to the referee, you obviously want to get something from them, even if it's just a word. It doesn't seem like he's interested.
There's been nothing today, as there is. Hannon. He's pushed off the ball. Goal kick given. Turnbull making a nuisance. On that occasion it was Richardson. And rolls it to her right hand side. Leeds taking it short. Hamill want to carry it as far as she can before committing to the pass. She's sliced it wide. She has. Pass had to sum up today. That will probably be it. Just hasn't been Leeds' day at the office. Frustration all round. And again, more time off the clock from Durham Cestria.
I think we haven't seen too many chances come our way. Obviously Durham, same for them, but they've obviously got that crucial chance in the first half to put them ahead today.
Forward it goes towards Brown. Brown tries to flick it up and away towards Martins. Couldn't bring her into the game, and now Durham Cestria looking for a goal that will kill the tie. Smith racing across to get there. Leeds not interested in using Simpson, which would have helped them at least keep possession. Instead they concede a throw. Now Hindle getting back at right back. Fourth minute of stoppage time, and no urgency from anybody to get the ball back for Durham Cestria. And again, time wasting of plenty. Olivia Smart's doing well to keep her cool. Flicked back away, and it will be another goal kick. And we need some serious power behind this from Simpson, and a flick on. I think Leeds will have to accept defeat. Top of the table they will replace Newcastle will hope to win away at York. Durham Cestria will at least replace them at the top for now. Newcastle's result further worsen Leeds' position, and they go third. Tight at the top as Brown can't control it, and Durham Cestria celebrate another win on the spin. They were too good today, too strong. Leeds just couldn't get going in the final third, but only one goal separates it. Two close teams. Durham Cestria did enough controlled proceedings to win by a goal to nil. That is all we've got time for here on LUTV.